Hello everybody, welcome to Just Upright. My name is Doc Jane Boder. I'm a doctor of physical therapy and I'm a certified dementia practitioner. Thank you so much for all the subscribers. We're growing and I would like to thank you for subscribing, for watching the videos, and thank you for the viewers. If you are new to my channel, kindly hit that subscribe button so you will be updated of the latest video update that I have. Thank you so much. And if you are new, kindly check out my books available at Amazon.com.
Check out my published books at Amazon.com. If you type GINALYNRUDER, my books will pop out. If you are a foreign trained therapist, physical therapist, and want to be guided on the step-by-step process on how to become a licensed physical therapist here in the US, this book is for you and it has good reviews on Amazon.com. The next book is Practical Tips for Therapists Prior to Migrating or Starting Your US Practice. This book is full of wisdom for you to be psychologically and professionally prepared before embarking into your US practice as a therapist. The third book is Just Upright, Practical Tips to Improve Posture, Balance, and Decrease Fall Risk. These are for older adults with practical exercises you can do at home modification program, and priceless information that may improve your life and enjoy your retirement years. And these are also for clinicians. I have Clinician Corner here that has standardized tests backed up by research studies and other evidence-based practice that you can use and utilize in your clinical practice.
Okay, so for today's topic, I'm going to discuss clarification for a New York application. So some people are still confused on how to apply for the New York State. If you haven't watched my video, I have a video that I can put the link here so you can watch on the walkthrough on how to apply to New York as a physical therapist, okay? But this is just additional information. If you are interested in applying to New York accepts two credentialing bodies, that is FCCPT or CGFNS. Okay, so New York has its own item listed on the FCCPT website. So if you're going to apply specifically to New York, you have to choose that New York credentialing evaluation. Okay, so we're gonna look into that. The problem is if you are a foreign trained therapist and you are outside the US and you don't have a working visa, you're not here in the US, you're not an immigrant, you're not a citizen, you're outside the US and you would want to come here and work here in the US, one of the requirements for you to be granted the visa is first to have the healthcare worker certificate. And if you acquire this New York credentialing service, it doesn't have the healthcare worker certificate with it. Okay, you have to get the healthcare worker certificate service separately. Okay, so let's look first on FCCPT website and see the service that I'm talking about and how much does it cost. And then we're going to look at the CGFNS website and see how much it costs. And then we're going to compare. And then I will share with you what I did because my first license here in the US, it was in New York. Okay, so let's jump into the website. So in order for you to find how much is the fee for FCCPT services, you can do Google FCCPT services price list, and then this will pop out. So you have to make sure you are on the FCCPT website, www.fccpt.org. Application fee schedule, you click that. So this is the official website of FCCPT. Okay, so if we scroll down, you can see here the New York credential verification. It's $515. So this is exclusively if you're applying for New York. Okay, New York will not accept the type 1 okay, comprehensive credential review. The type 1 comprehensive credential review has credentialing, and it has the healthcare worker certificate with it. But New York will only accept this New York credential verification, so it's 515. Now if we go to CGFNS, okay, so I just googled this, CGFNS healthcare worker certification fee. So this fee schedule and policies, you click that, and then it will take you to the page, okay, that we have here. So if we scroll down here, you can see for New York, credential verification service for New York is $360, okay? So this one is for individuals educated outside of the United States pursuing licensure to practice in New York. So it's cheaper. Now, the CGFNS has healthcare worker certificate service only, okay? So if we go up here, you see here visa screen, visa credential assessment. You click that, it will take you back down here. So the visa screen certification or application is $590. Okay, so side by side, if we compare it, FCCPT is $515 for New York. It's $360 for CGFNS, so it's $155 difference, okay? But they are both accepted by New York State for credential verification, okay? Now, if we go down here, again, we see that the visa screen is $590. So as you can see, the CGFNS is cheaper compared to FCCPT. So if you're concerned about the budget, okay, they are both accepted as of now by New York State. So CGFNS is the cheaper way to go. So sharing my personal experience, I did my credentialing from using FCCPT, okay? And this is like years and years ago. It's almost like 19 years ago. Okay, so through FCCPT, and then I used CGFNS to get my visa screen certificate, or also known right now as healthcare worker certificate. Okay, so if you haven't watched my video, watch my video on the step-by-step guide on how to apply to US as a physical therapist. Okay, and other videos, I have a playlist of how to apply here in the US. But the difference of credentialing is that they're going to check if your curriculum and your school abide by the number of units acceptable here in the US. You know, all the subjects and all the units and all the hours of training that you had, is it comparable to the US requirement? Okay, the healthcare worker certificate, it has nothing to do with the credentialing, but it has something to do with the visa, okay? So it's part of before you receive or before the US granted a visa to you, you should have this healthcare worker certificate. This certificate simply says, yes, you passed TOEFL, test of English, and that simply means, simply stated, you can speak, you can understand, you can write, you can communicate in English. And they want that before they grant you any working visa or immigrant visa to work here in the US. Okay, so it's totally different but related somehow because these credentialing bodies offer them. Okay, so just a recap, New York is special. They have their own New York credential verification in FCCPT and CGFNS. So either one, they accepted that. As you can see, I showed you the website. They accept both FCCPT, CGFNS. But if you are a foreign trained and you want to come here, you don't have any visa yet, you need the healthcare worker certificate. And the cheaper way to get that is acceptable here in the US is through CGFNS. No, it's $590. Okay, if you want to expedite it, you can add $525 and it will be faster. Okay, but that's what I did. You know, I got my FCCPT New York credential verification, and then I used CGFNS to get my visa screen back then. In fact, my journey had been long, and all my certificates actually expired, and I had to reapply. So I paid, I don't know, way back then, maybe between $200 to $300 to renew my visa screen because it expired. And visa screen is good for 5 years. You know, it took me 9 long years, and I have a video for that journey for me to finally be able to practice here in the US. It was a tedious, long, depressing, but journey. But at the end of it, I was able to get here through God's grace, and I'm practicing now for almost a decade now here in the US. So I hope that this is helpful. I hope that this answers some of the questions of the subscribers and viewers about New York credentialing and the healthcare worker certificate. Okay? If you have any questions, comments, suggestions, just leave your comment down below. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you sharing this video to people that you know who will benefit from it, because our goal is to help as many people as we can for as much as we can. Thank you so much for watching, and stay blessed as foreign language. Thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button below to be updated with the latest video releases. Share this channel to other people you know who will benefit from just upright videos. Thank you again, and stay blessed.